Welcome to Week 1 of the Atlanta Falcons franchise here in Season 1. Today, we will be facing off against the Minnesota Vikings in Minnesota. As the two teams come out of the tunnel, we will take a quick look at the events of the past week, which include upgrades for several players. The first player that we will be upgrading is tight end Austin Hooper. He has fairly good ratings, and we will be going with possession archetype for him, and he will get a plethora of ratings upgraded. The second player we have is free safety Ricardo Allen. He's 27-year-old. We will be going with the hybrid archetype for him. And he gets several good ratings as well as 3 tackle and +1 zone coverage. His backup, Demonte Kazee, also gets an upgrade. We will go with hybrid for him as well. 3 awareness for him. Wide receiver Calvin Ridley, who is behind Julio Jones and Mohamed Sanu right now, will get the deep threat upgrade and move to an 80 overall. That 3 catching. Tack McKinley, third-year player out of UCLA, primarily a speed rusher, will be getting the speed rushing upgrade today. He gets 2 tackles and 1 finesse move, 1 awareness. Defensive tackle Tyler Davison, 5th-year player, one of the weaker spots along our defensive line. He gets the run stopper upgrade, gets 2 block shedding, 1 pursuit. Rookie right guard Chris Lindstrom, still heading development, won't know that development for a while. We're actually going to go with agile here in an effort to upgrade his run blocking since he is on the inside of the line. However, as you can see here, when the upgrade actually happens, he ends up getting more pass blocking than run blocking skills. Foyesade Olokun, right outside linebacker, primarily pass coverage. However, his pass coverage rating of now 70 zone coverage after this upgrade does seem to be a bit low. Back to the game now. Matt Botcher on the kick. And Week 1 is underway in Minnesota. Amir Abdullah is back to receive the kick, and he will just take a knee. And Kirk Cousins for the Minnesota Vikings will come out. And you can see his ratings there. Fairly solid quarterback. Nothing that'll blow your socks off. However, he is good enough to get the job done here in Minnesota. As the Atlanta Falcons defense comes out, and they are now ready for the first play of the 2019 season. Kirk Cousins takes a snap and hands it off to Dalvin Cook, who runs up and actually gets the first down with a gain of 11 yards on the first play of the season. Kirk Cousins lines up again, 2nd and 10. Hands it off to Dalvin Cook again, who runs up the middle and gets another 10 yards, almost enough for the first down. Kirk Cousins hands it off to Dalvin Cook again, who powers his way to the 50 for the first down. He's just been running it right up our throat. Amir Abdullah in the backfield now on 2nd and 7. Kirk Cousins fakes it to him, looks to pass and dumps it off to Chester Rogers. Deion Jones is there to make the tackle. 1st and 10 now. Dalvin Cook back in the game. Kirk Cousins hands it to him, and O'Neal is there to knock him to the ground. Kirk Cousins out, fakes it, fires across the middle, finds Adam Thielen, who takes it down to the 9. Atlanta had moved into man coverage and brought more men into the box to stop the run, and Kirk Cousins makes him pay with the deep pass over the middle to Adam Thielen. Kirk Cousins now takes the Takes the snap, hands it off to Dalvin Cook again, who trucks through a player and is taken down at the 4-yard line. Now on 2nd and goal. Kirk Cousins in the eye. Takes a snap, fakes it to Dalvin Cook, looking for somewhere to go. Can't find anyone. Pressure is coming, and Kirk Cousins is sacked by Tyler Davidson, his first sack of the season. And it is now 3rd and goal. The Vikings could not convert and get the touchdown, so they go for the field goal here with 5 minutes left in the first quarter. They took more than half of the first quarter away with that drive. Matt Ryan now comes out for his first drive of the season with the Atlanta Falcons. Looking to pass, fires over the middle and throws it directly at the Vikings middle linebacker. A very dangerous pass that easily could have been intercepted. Now he hands it off to Devontae Freeman, who jukes out a defender, trucks through the safety, and Devontae Freeman is gone. Can anyone catch him? He's at the 15, at the 10, 5. Touchdown, Devontae Freeman on his first run of the season. The 77-yard touchdown. What a play. As you can see here, he takes the handoff and just absolutely jukes out Anthony Barr, trucks through the safety, and that is a 7-3 lead for the Atlanta Falcons. Kirk Cousins now back on the field. Takes the snap, hands it off to Dalvin Cook again, but this time we're there to stop him. He only gets a yard, and it is now 3rd down. Kirk Cousins, empty backfield. He's going to be looking to pass. And he finds Dalvin Cook on the outside. He was put out wide, and Dalvin Cook is hit to the ground with a massive shot by the linebacker. However, he hangs on and has a 15-yard reception. 3 receivers bunt to the left. Kirk Cousins, he'll take the snap. He'll kick it to Dalvin Cook this time. And there's a flag on the play, and that was for an illegal block in the back by the offensive line. After that, Kirk Cousins has a perfect throw to the sideline to bring up 3rd and 6. Kirk Cousins working back to pass, and that is intercepted by Fosade Olokun. And he is a very, very athletic linebacker who doesn't have a lot of pass rushing or block shedding skills. However, he is athletic enough to get those great interceptions like that. This brings the Atlanta offense back onto the field. Matt Ryan takes the pass and fires over the middle for the tight end Austin Hooper, who takes it out past the midfield mark to 47. Matt Ryan flipping the play here. And he'll take a snap and hand it off to Devontae Freeman again. He goes up the middle for about 10, 11 yards. However, Devontae Freeman is down on just his 2nd carry of the game. You can see here he's limping really, really badly and heading off into the locker room. Hopefully he will be okay and be able to return. Matt Ryan takes the snap again. He's looking to pass. Can't find anybody, and Matt Ryan is sacked. That is Weatherly with the first Minnesota sack of the game, and that will bring up 2nd and 19. Matt Ryan will take the snap right before the quarter ends. He'll run out to his right, fire over across his body to Julio Jones, and then Harrison Smith hits Julio Jones and knocks the ball out. The ball is recovered, and Minnesota has it at the 34-yard line. Now 3rd and 8 after the quarter change, and Kirk Cousins tries to set up the screen to Dalvin Cook, but Brady Jarrett is there and denies them the first down. It is 4th and 15, and they will have to punt. The punt is gone, and it'll be returnable from the 15, and the return jukes out one player, almost jukes out a second player. He almost got free, however, he will only get it to the 24-yard line. This will bring back out Matt Ryan again, who will now try to capitalize on the Minnesota's offense 3 and out. We'll see how he can do. On 1st and 10, he'll take the snap and hand it off to backup running back Ito Smith, who goes up the middle and fumbles the ball but it is recovered, and the Falcons will retain possession at the 30-yard line. Matt Ryan now on 3rd and 4. He'll takes the snap, looking to pass, can't find anything, and Matt Ryan is sacked again. This is time by Everson Griffin, and Minnesota responds by forcing a 3-and-out on the Atlanta side of the ball. Matt Bosher back to punt now, and he's having trouble with the snap, and that kick is blocked, and the punter recovers. However, it will be Minnesota ball at the 8-yard line. What an awful turn of events for Atlanta, who at least was going to be able to punt this away, but now Minnesota has it at the 8-yard line. Kirk Cousins takes the snap, hands it off to Dalvin Cook again, who runs up the middle and gets to the 2-yard line. Minnesota trying to score, and this time Kirk Cousins is sacked, this time by DeAndre Campbell, his first sack of the season, and this will move Minnesota back to the 6-yard line, and they will not be able. This is 3rd and goal, and Kirk Cousins gets one of the Atlanta line to jump, and they will now have 3rd and goal from the 3-yard line. They hand it off to Dalvin Cook, but we are there in the backfield to make the stop, and Minnesota will have to settle for the field goal. Matt Ryan, that Atlanta offense, now comes back out. Matt Ryan fires across the middle to Calvin Ridley, who is there for the first down, and Matt Ryan is now 4 of 6 for 51 yards, and it's almost halfway through the second half. Matt Ryan throws, finds Julio Jones on that side, who took us to the sideline, gets it down to the 38-yard line, and that is a 23-yard gain for Matt Ryan and Julio Jones. Matt Ryan back again to pass, empty backfield, and he again finds Julio Jones on the slant, and Julio Jones takes it down to the 20-yard line. The Atlanta Falcons' first trip to the red zone today.
Check, watch 54, watch 54. They can't hang with us.
Matt Ryan takes the snap again. He fires over the middle, trying to find the tight end Austin Hooper in the end zone, but great defense knocks the pass down. Atlanta has to settle for a field goal, and the Minnesota offense comes back out. Kirk Cousins throws a screen to Chester Rogers, who gets 9 yards and steps out of bounds. The Minnesota offense will get the first down. A couple plays later, 2nd and 8, they hand it off to Dalvin Cook, who pushes forward for a few yards, but then is injured on the tackle. And you can see him there just sitting there on the bench. Hopefully he is okay. It's always sad to see great players like that go down. Amir Abdullah now in the backfield for the Minnesota Vikings. Cousins takes that, looks to pass, fires over the middle. Chester Rogers takes a huge hit from DeAndre Campbell, but he still will get the first down. After the 2-minute warning, 2nd and 11, Kirk Cousins trying to put the Minnesota Vikings in end zone will find Dalvin Cook in the flat, and he steps out of bounds after he gains 8. Kirk Cousins empty backfield, looking to throw. He goes to the outside, finds Kyle Rudolph, who is tackled by Deion Jones, but not after Kyle Rudolph takes the Minnesota Vikings down to the 16-yard line. This Atlanta defense is just letting Kirk Cousins walk the Minnesota Vikings down the field. Kirk Cousins fires across the middle to Stephon Diggs, and that is a gain of 8 yards, and the Vikings are inching closer to the end zone. Kirk Cousins back to pass again, fires over the middle, and there is Adam Thielen, who just gets into the end zone. Touchdown for the Minnesota Vikings, and they will now take the lead 13-10. As you can see here, Adam Thielen, he just barely broke the plane of the goal line for that sustained effort. Matt Ryan back out with a minute and 13 left. Will he be able to get anything done here before the half? Back to pass. He finds Julio Jones, and Julio Jones is running down the sideline. Julio Jones, Harrison Smith is chasing him. He's up to 5. Touchdown, Julio Jones. What an amazing play. And now Julio Jones will now play hide and seek with the rest of his Atlanta Falcons offense. What an amazing touchdown. What an amazing celebration. As you can see here on the corner route, Xavier Rhodes could just not keep up with Julio Jones, and Julio Jones took it all the way to the house. That brings up the Minnesota Vikings offense with a minute left. Kirk Cousins fires over the middle. There's Stephon Diggs, who pitches it at the 46-yard line, and Minnesota will call a timeout. Kirk Cousins with Dalvin Cook in the backfield. Good to see he's okay. Fires across the middle, but Kyle Rudolph takes it to the 30-yard line. But the clock keeps ticking with 37 seconds left. First and 10, 24 seconds left. Kirk Cousins is looking to throw, and he finds Adam Thielen out of a sea of players, and Adam Thielen takes it down to the 7-yard line. Looking to throw again without any timeout. Kirk Cousins takes the snap, and he fires and finds Adam Thielen again behind the defense in the end zone. And Adam Thielen has 2 touchdowns in less than 2 minutes here at the end of the first half. Perfect throw by Kirk Cousins. Here is the biggest play so far of this game, of the Atlanta Falcons season, the 77-yard run. And Julio Jones also had an amazing first half. 4 receptions, 142 yards. He is having an amazing game. The Atlanta Falcons start off with the ball. Matt Ryan's looking to throw. He fires across the middle, and Mohamed Sanu makes the tough grab for a gain of 4, bringing up 36. Matt Ryan takes the snap. He's looking for someone to throw to, but he backed up too far and was sacked by Everson Griffin. The Minnesota Vikings force a 3-and-out on the first possession of the second half. That brings up the Minnesota offense, who gets the ball at the 36-yard line, and that pass from Kirk Cousins is knocked down, and what a play in coverage by the Atlanta Falcons going back to the score. Now second and 10, Kirk Cousins looking to throw again. He fires over the middle, finds Kyle Rudolph again, but Keanu Neal hits Kyle Rudolph and forces that ball out, and Atlanta recovers at the 39-yard line. What a massive hit by Keanu Neal, and that is what he brings to the table. He comes in and just knocks that ball free. Atlanta recovers, and they will hopefully take advantage of this. Matt Ryan takes the snap, is looking to pass. He fires to the sideline, and Mohamed Sanu with a great toe drag against the sideline, makes that catch, takes Atlanta to the 45-yard line. Matt Ryan is going to work the pass here again, but he can't find anyone open. He takes a shot to the end zone for Julio Jones, but that is knocked away, and Xavier Rhodes covers that time, and Julio Jones is not able to make the catch over. That brings up second and 10. Matt Ryan fakes the handoff. He's looking to pass, and he finds Julio Jones over the middle. What a tough grab. Julio Jones hangs on, though, and takes the Falcons to the 28-yard line. Matt Ryan looking to throw again. He fires to heading Austin Hooper, and that is intercepted by Anthony Barr. Matt Ryan just tried to force that in there, and Anthony Barr was having none of it. That is what a good linebacker can do for you. You can take away those sideline routes that a lot of teams live on. Quick throw out now to the side. Stephon Diggs jukes the defender and runs to the sideline just to get it 18 yards after the interception. What a massive play to get them out closer to midfield. And Kirk Cousins now. He'll hand the ball off to Dalvin Cook, who sheds a tackler and takes the ball up to the 43-yard line, bringing up 3rd and 3 for the Minnesota Vikings. Now, Dalvin Cook takes the ball and he stops shy. However, Deion Jones is hurt while making the stop. We'll be checking on him later. Hopefully he'll be okay. Matt Ryan, facing the blitz, now fires across the middle, finds Austin Hooper on the slant, who takes it to the 39-yard line. It turns out that Deion Jones just has a brief arm, and he will be back in the game next possession. Matt Ryan looking to throw. He can't find him when he steps up. He's running, and Everson Griffin forces the fumble. Matt Ryan should have stood there, but instead Everson Griffin makes him pay by knocking the ball loose, and Harrison Smith recovers the fumble. And after that, the Minnesota Vikings get the ball right back. Kirk Cousins lifts to his left, fires across the middle for Chester Rogers, and he is knocked to the ground, but he hangs on and moves the Minnesota Vikings to the 33-yard line. Kirk Cousins in the shotgun again. Two backs in the backfield. There's no one there. Oh, he has a screen set up. However, there's a flag. What is this flag? This flag is for roughing the passer. And as you can see here, Grady Jarrett bumps Kirk Cousins' leg, and this is the greatest acting I have seen in my life. Kirk Cousins should get a Oscar for that flop. Kirk Cousins now down to the 3-yard line, 3rd and goal, and he is sacked. Minnesota will not be able to get into the end zone again. Devondre Campbell comes up with their 2nd sack of the game and forces Minnesota to take a field goal. Now Matt Ryan trying to take this Atlanta Falcons, and Calvin really jukes out a player and runs to the sideline and takes the Falcons to the 45-yard line. And that they will have 1st and 10 from there. 2nd and 10 now. Idle Smith in the backfield. Devontae Freeman is still not in the game. And Idle Smith rushes forward. He gets about almost 15 yards, and that is his longest run of the day. Everton's young Devontae Freeman is left. The rushing attack has not been the same. Idle Smith now over the middle, pitches the pass to Matt Ryan and takes the ball down to the 21-yard line, shedding several tackles on the way. Matt Ryan now in the shotgun. Idle Smith still in the backfield. He's working. Matt Ryan fires to the end zone and finds Julio Jones there, who out-muscled Xavier Rhodes for the touchdown again. His 2nd touchdown of the day. Minnesota Vikings ball now. Dalvin Cook gets the handoff, and he is stopped shy of the mark to gain. He's now 3rd and inches. And Kirk Cousins is under center in the eye in the heavy set formation. Kirk Cousins rolls to his left and fires, and the tight end got past the defense, and he has a 1st down at the 48-yard line. Kirk Cousins now. Dalvin Cook in the backfield again. Kirk Cousins is going to lift the pass. He fires over the middle. There's Chester Rogers again, who takes him past the 25-yard line down to the 23. And the Atlanta Falcons just have no answer for Chester Rogers.
He's coming. Double up. He's coming.
Kirk Cousins in the shotgun again. Down past 10 minutes in the 4th quarter. His team is down by 1. He hands to Dalvin Cook, who takes to the 18-yard line, but Dalvin Cook is hurt again. Samir Abdul once again takes Dalvin Cook's place. Kirk Cousins takes a snap, fires over the middle. Chester Rogers jukes the defender and runs into the end zone. Chester Rogers is tearing the Atlanta Falcons defense apart right now. Minnesota Vikings will go for 2. Kirk Cousins fires under pressure and finds Adam Thielen on the slant, and the Minnesota Vikings lead is 7 now. Matt Ryan now must take the Atlanta Falcons to the end zone. Idle Smith again over the middle. Gets about 15 yards on 1st down, and the Atlanta Falcons will have a 3rd and 5 from the 48. 6.5 minutes left in this game. Matt Ryan motions Idle Smith to his right and takes the snap. Looking to throw. Matt Ryan fires across the middle and finds Julio Jones. Julio Jones shoots out Harrison Smith and is kicked him down to the 40-yard line. What a move he just put on Harrison Smith. Spread formation here for the Atlanta Falcons. Matt Ryan looking to throw. He fires to the sideline, and what a throw by Matt Ryan, perfectly over the shoulder of Mohamed Sanu. Look at the placement of this ball. This was the only place that ball could be. Mohamed Sanu gets his toes in. What a perfect kick and catch for the Atlanta Falcons. Matt Ryan fakes the handoff. He's looking to throw. He fires over the head of Anthony Barr, and Julio Jones takes the Atlanta Falcons to the 5. The Atlanta Falcons are knocking on the door of tying this game up with a little over 4 minutes left in this game. After 3 ties, T. Price. The Atlanta Falcons are at 3rd and goal from the 8. And Matt Ryan is sacked at the 18-yard line. Danielle Hunter brings him down. And now a tough decision for the Atlanta Falcons. Do you take a field goal or do you go for it? And the Atlanta Falcons are going for it. Matt Ryan takes the snap. He rolls to his right. He doesn't have anybody open. He's rolling. He fires. He has Mohamed Sanu. Mohamed Sanu did not get his feet in. Mohamed Sanu is so close, but however, he could not get that last foot in bounds. And this will bring up 1st and goal. First and 10 for the Minnesota Vikings with 1:58 left. The Atlanta Falcons have 4th, 3rd, and 8. They bring the blitz, and Kirk Cousins is sacked at the 12-yard line, and the Atlanta Falcons will have one more shot with 1:51 left.
Let's go, defense.
2nd and 10 now from the 46-yard line. The Atlanta Falcons need a touchdown. Matt Ryan takes a snap. He's looking to throw. He fires, and Julio Jones reaches over Xavier Rhodes' head for the catch on the sideline. The clock, however, continues to run with precious seconds going away. Matt Ryan fires over the middle. Ito Smith again on that same angle route that he has run several times today. Gets another defensive yard, taking the Falcons to the 20. And now Matt Ryan has no one to throw to. He runs up the middle and slides at the 8-yard line. And the Atlanta Falcons will call a timeout. The last time the Atlanta Falcons were in this situation, they could not get it in the end zone. What will they do now? Matt Ryan fires, and that is nearly intercepted. What a dangerous throw. However, it's incomplete, and there's now 3rd and goal. The Falcons still needing a touchdown. Matt Ryan, they keep calling some audibles at the line of scrimmage. Takes the snap. He's looking to throw. There's no one open, and he fires at the back of the end zone, and Calvin Ridley could not hang on to that ball. It was in triple coverage, and it was an ill-advised throw. It's now 4th and goal. This is the game for the Atlanta Falcons. Will they be able to convert? Matt Ryan fires over the middle. There's Julio Jones. However, the safety denies him at the 1-yard line. Julio Jones was not able to get into the end zone, and it was a turnover on downs. Look at this play by the safety. There he is, and he denies Julio Jones. But now, the Minnesota Vikings have to get out of their own end zone. Will they be able to throw it? Kirk Cousins throws it to Adam Thielen, who is tackled in the end zone for a safety. The Atlanta Falcons still have a chance. The punt is away. It is fielded at the 16-yard line, and he is returning it. And Harrison Smith forces the fumble, and the Minnesota Vikings return it into the end zone for the game-sealing touchdown. What a game. The Atlanta Falcons fought hard to the very end. However, on 4th and goal, they could not punch it into the end zone, and that ultimately cost them the game. As you can see, the stats were fairly even. However, Kirk Cousins and the Minnesota Vikings come away with the win. Matt Ryan had 391 yards, 2 touchdowns. Kirk Cousins had 300 yards and 3 touchdowns. A slightly better game. However, both quarterbacks played really well. Dalvin Cook, 89 yards. Devontae Freeman had 87 yards on 2 carries. Julio Jones, however, had an amazing game. 11 catches, 231 yards, 2 touchdowns. Calvin Ridley had a couple catches. Chester Rogers, however, tore us up. He had several catches that had run after catch yards, and that was where we hurt the most. Devondre Campbell had an amazing game, as well as Deion Jones. After the game, Keanu Neal got an upgrade. We went with the run support archetype after he forced several fumbles in that game. He got +2 tackling and +3 man coverage. Next episode, you will see us taking on the Philadelphia Eagles. Please leave a like and subscribe, and use and hit the bell for more notifications when the next video is posted. Thank you.